everyone, it's Suzi here, and today we're playing Watcher of Realms. For today's video, I'm continuing the free-to-play grind on this new account. I'm still day 5, but now I'm gonna look at Gear Raid 3. We have another mission in Volga's Path to keep progressing here, so let's see the early game Gear Raid 3 grind. Oh, without E-drill. So this is going to be an interesting thing to show because I can't use my E-drill. So stage 10 I have not done yet. This is when things start getting a lot harder. So these milestones here, it goes into the red because that is when you start unlocking red gear and the ancient legendary gear. So this is a huge step up and it's a lot harder in difficulty as well. Now, I would love to get some of these other gear pieces. A single target doom set would be pretty good. Hawkeye is okay, depending on who we're using too, but either way, just the fact that it's red and has bigger stats, higher, getting it to level 16, it's such a big difference. But one of the key things that I cannot do is use the girl that's best for all things. Well, all of the girls that are best for all things, Gear Raid 3. I have the Piercer Lord, Eliza. I have the other Piercer Lord, Lunaria. I have E-drill. If you have them, put them in here. Don't do what I'm doing. Don't make it difficult unless you're doing this challenge on purpose. Okay, yes, that's what's happening. I don't know how else to say it. We're going to be a little bit silly here. So I should do something with this marksman here, because I desperately just need to have marksmen involved, because the others just don't do enough damage that are the mages. But I have to use mages because it's what I got, but hopefully my shiny new hotset will help make things easier, and my leveled up Zilla2, we will see. So Zilla2 can hit in the air. So if you have a fighter that can hit air units, or if you're doing your Piercer teams and you have an Absin, he is very underrated overall, but he is very good in that position in Gear Raid. Oh god. Recommended class setup 3 marksmen. I'm only using 2. They're yelling at me for not using enough. Sorry, I digress. I don't even know what I was gonna say. But yeah, if you have some of those marksmen that can hit airborne units, it's good. But you can tell they're yelling at me. They're like, don't use that. Use this instead. You know, maybe we just do that. Let's... Oof, I can't even level him up. Oh my god. Can I give him any better gear? Okay, sure. We're gonna give him the best gear we can that's leveled up right now and see what happens. So this is not gonna be easy either way. So this is gonna be the strategy, a little bit different than the big one later on. Like, okay, you can start taking out people over here, but it doesn't get too crazy, so I wouldn't overly stress it. I'm actually gonna be using Amelie. She is a rare with a defense penetration. Or, sorry, defense down? Whatever one it is. But we're going to use her. We're going to use Dolores to boost. We're going to use Hatsa as well. And we're going to use Valise here. So we're not going to use our ultimates right away. I got to make sure I'm keeping these gals alive. So let me go ahead and throw in my... Oh boy. The range for this is going to be bad. Yeah, these guys explode. I know, it's difficult. We're gonna throw in a hollow on this side because I did not line these up perfectly. And we're also gonna throw in another healer over here to keep these guys alive. But see, look at that. Oop, I forgot. Boom, 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 boom. Woo, that was close. Start doing some damage might help. Lock off those ultimates with the boss pops. Now, I'm gonna put Zilla2 farther back because I need to have as much coverage around the portal as possible, or else it gets a little too scary, as you saw there. But Zilla2 at the top here can actually start hitting the boss early, and that can be huge as well. Overall here, I could kind of go either way with either one of these guys. I think I will... You know, let's go ahead and use him here. But I'm not going to stress putting people over to the sides yet. That's for the later on strategies, I think Gear Raid 3:18 and onward. Might be a little sooner that you could really do that. But when you start getting the big masses of AoE damage needs where you really use have like a whole bunch on the left side, that's when things get hard. But right now we can manage. Look at this. We can manage with what we got right here. We're doing pretty good. This is potential. I didn't think I could go very far. But this is a good example of a baby gear raid 3 grind at the stages where you want to start farming that gear that is going to be mythic instead of legendary. And using an underrated hero like her is just incredible for the boss. Getting the defense down really helps. And not everybody has the perfect marksman early on. I'm using a mage because I have to. I'm using another mage. Well, I could be using another mage. Iona at least brings us slow, so that's helpful. You know, just using what you got early on is kind of all you can do. But you should have an E-drill. There's huge value in re-rolling accounts for an E-drill because she's queen bee of the game, let's be honest. I love E-drills so much. That's why I wanted to go light in the first place. But given my funny account stipulations here because of this light versus dark challenge, I can't use the person that's best for this area. I can't, which is very sad. Okay, after receiving this quest, go enhance gear. Let me do this and go back into Gear Raid 3 and continue, in case there's something else related. And pushing through there does get you that wonderful little set of gear here that is super OP early on, especially on someone like an E-drill, single target hitter. So a good reason to pay attention and actually push that Gear Raid 2 and 3 when it tells you. But let's see if we can do anything a little bit more. So I just did the Gear Raid Stage 3, Stage 10. I went back to Volca Path, did what I could until it told me to do faction trials. But I'm like, you know what? Let's keep pushing. If that's what you want to do as well, let's do this smart. We just got an awesome piece of gear, right? Let's go put it on somebody. So in my case, my best, I guess, single target DPS is ironically going to be her. Or her. Yeah. I mean, you know what? Let's just put it on the rare. Why not? This is going to sound silly, but we are going to put this amazing set on the rare. Yes, we are. Now, I'm not going to take this gear all the way to 16 because I don't have any gold, as you can see right now. Also because there is an event tomorrow, so I'm trying to play a little bit smart. I'm going to have lots of gear to sell now that we're getting at a better stage where I could actually grind a little bit and try to save some of the best pieces. But damn, that's going to be so much better for her. Our rare is going to shine. Okay, let's continue onward and do the thing. I don't care if it says don't do it. We're going to do it anyway. So we're just going to go aim for 10 and 11, just like Gear Raid, or just like my Gear Raid 2 video. Okay, so we got her. Let's go here. Let's boost her. Let's... Oh, I should have put Hotset in there. No, Hotset can be here. Oh, that's a debate. Actually. No. We should honestly, you could focus crisscrossing over the middle as much as possible. Early on, it's actually a little bit more helpful. You know what? Let me... With Hotset, she has a weird range, so I'm going to stick her on the top instead. Instead of doing the other, we're going to stick her on the top. Do I boot? But I think I should boost Hotset in that case because it's just she's got the better damage overall. Being my legendary and all, it doesn't hurt. Okay, so let's see if we can have a little bit better coverage. There's a couple ways I could go about it. I think I'll do... Yeah, either way, we're going to have like the same coverage. So this is a slightly better coverage. I just don't have anyone covered right here, so I'm going to need to do that. So these people are coming out of the gate hot. We are going to throw her here. We'll put another healer on the other side afterward. But we're going to be ready when they start coming close, and I'm going to hit that if I need to. Yes, I do. Boom, 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 boom. Come on, Hotset. There we go. Ah! Oof! Got it. Just barely in time. And again, my Zilla 2 covering this space in the middle as a fighter that can hit air units is really helpful. You don't need Zilla 2, you just use another damage dealer, but you get the point, right? It's about playing smart and using who you got, and who I got happens to be Zilla 2. Okay, now I'm gonna use him even though my Iona probably does more damage. I probably should have shown my damage from the last battle. I'm not saving my ultimates for any special timing right now. We're just using them when we need them. Although you could kind of like wait here. Things are kind of chill for a second. wait for Dolores's ultimate to be ready before we pop everyone else's. If you're using a Dao Chen or a Dolores or any other hero as a booster, you probably want to save their boosting for when other ultimates are ready to go. So this might again be a time where I pause, let Dolores come back to her ultimate before I pop Amelay's, just so it's a little bit better. And Zilla, oh shoot, I did that too early. And Zilla 2 as well, but it's okay. Zilla 2 is still going. She's going to be a huge help here. Oh, Amelay's not boosted by Dolores anyway. That was stupid of me. It's fine. But look at that. That was really good. So now the boss is down. Just the final guys to cover. So I actually did Gear Raid 3 with a... Ooh! Speak too soon. Oh my gosh. So I did not 3-star this. Here I thought I was going to do it easily and move onward. But this, just like Gear Raid 2, I had to redo stage 11 to get that 3-star and have my timings just a little bit better, or my positions a little better. Or get a couple more pieces of gear and make it easier. But yeah, it's so much easier if you use a damn E-drill and a Piercer Lord. But I can't do that because of this challenge. But don't underestimate the power of a Piercer Lord. And also don't underestimate the power of just using what you got. On the map, focus everything to the middle. Make sure you have the middle covered so when those guys come in late, you can take them out. And ideally just have one hero that can kind of focus killing the boss as the core damage there. And that is a smart strategy early on. And you could only use what you got. So progress wisely with your Volca hero's path. Like now I've got to go do some basic trial. And don't go super far ahead because it might just have you do some stuff anyway. So early on, play with your progress missions. And that is going to get you some great rewards that are hard to get otherwise. And eventually get you Volca, who makes a lot of content a lot easier. But okay, guys, that's all for this video. Just a little look at some early game. Sorry, I didn't show my total damage again. But some early game stuff using some key people like her that can bring some piercing damage as a marksman, strong against those units, and can bring a good debuff if you need some good defense reduction. There you go. She's got a couple versions of it. Now, Hotsit does as well, but not everyone's going to have a Hotsit. And it's a small version anyway, so this is actually surprisingly valuable. And the other MVP early on is definitely this guy right here. He inflicts a slow single target, and he has this AoE damage ultimate, so he can be very helpful. Another shout out for the early on stuff would be Liam, although I don't know if I even have a Liam. Liam is the one we get for free early on. I've already crunched mine, so I don't even have one in here at the moment because I can't use, again, another one that I can't use because of the challenge, but you should use if you have them. But hope you guys like this look at my little baby day 5 old account. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.